Cade, we had some things to talk about.
Good morning.
We got some things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen.
DJ NV, Charlamagne the God.
Oh my God, no! I hate how this is starting.
We're not on that show right now.
No, we're not. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Flight 96 podcast. I'm your host, Hunter Foreman, along with my co-host, Mr. Cade Painter.
Wazam, it's Sea-Dog.
We got a lot of things to talk about. On a wrestling note, AEW's first ever really big pay-per-view, I guess you can say.
Jericho.
What? Yeah, Chris Jericho. Was last night. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't the best show that they've had so far, but it's a new company. So, they crowned their first world champion in Chris Jericho, which I think is a good move, marketing-wise, because everybody knows who Chris Jericho is, from a casual, wrestling fan's perspective. So I think having him as the first world champion's a really good move. I think.
It reminds me a lot of I'm better funded early TNA.
No, actually, I think this reminds me of WCW. The way they.
Oh.
Okay, but because if you go back, WCW was
I don't look at Chris Jericho as those fucking big ass dudes that they had come into WCW.
I know, but I don't look at him. I don't look at him as that either. But if you presentation wise, I look at it as WCW.
Yes, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. A better funded WCW is way better funded than when.
Oh my God! Yes, absolutely.
TNA was like a fucking goddamn in your goddamn high school gymnasium.
Yeah, but think about WCW. They did shows at Disneyland. They did shows if you watch old WCW shows, they had a show where it was the entranceway was around a pool.
Yes. They were fucking hardcore.
And they would do rallies. They did AEW did rallies in Las Vegas. They did Fighter Fest. They the way that AEW is set up. I think and they got a TV deal with TNT. So every Wednesday, starting October 2nd.
But we all know when you want to compete with WWE, you never succeed.
I know, but I don't think that's their MO. I don't think their MO is to put them out of business. I think
that's why ROH is probably gonna last forever.
Yeah,
they ain't trying to compete.
And I don't think AEW is trying to compete here. They're just providing an alternative that can be on WWE's level. Yeah. If that makes sense.
That's kind of competing, but not trying to compete.
Yeah,
it's gonna end up not.
ROH doesn't put on. Okay. Well, then again, never mind. ROH did sell out Madison Square Garden, but it was with NJPW's help, so I really can't say that they did that. But what I'm saying is ROH does the gymnasiums, does the very small arenas, but AEW is selling out the Sears Center and all these really big the venues. They sold out the MGM Grand. They sold out all that stuff. So I'm really interested to see what they do. I will be watching. I'll be watching on TNT. On TV. I'm really interested. I'm really interested to see what they do. We do have a lot to talk about. Quite a bit of music came out this past weekend. Alchemist dropped his album Yacht Rock 2, which I have one critique of this. I feel the first couple of songs off of the album, the beat sounded the same.
Yeah,
it sounded the same. I'm it was the same drum. It was the same no drums, just a little bit of bass. And then I get to Sandcastles, Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's Alchemist. If you're a fan of Alchemist and you know what Alchemist brings to the table, I think this is something for you.
I don't think Alchemist ever has an album that's all good. There's always just one or two tracks that stand out.
Yeah, but but it's Alchemist though. You're not expecting him to chase a hit, No. You're
just expecting him to chill out with some buddies and smoke some weed.
Exactly, and make really, really, really good beats. You think I was telling somebody this. Alchemist doesn't do Billboard. Alchemist
No.
is not for Billboard. Alchemist is
He
for
used to.
well, what?
Not on purpose though.
But what song?
Fucking the song with Prodigy.
Which one?
He rapped on it too. Hold You Down.
Okay. I can give you that. I just Alchemist, like if someone were to tell me like, hey, here's money and you can make whatever album you want, it would really
Alchemist, Timbaland, and Dr. Dre.
I would do Alchemist, Ninth Wonder, and let's do Dr. Dre. Alchemist, Ninth Wonder, Dr. Dre. That's me. 3 producers, that's it. Like I'd lock in with all of them. If I could get a Just Blaze beat in there,
Oh fuck yeah.
yes, absolutely. Like
If I can get some Swizz drums with some what's his face with the keys? Shit. He was on the Roots. Had a coke problem. Oh fuck.
Scott Storch.
Yes. Scott Storch keys with some Swizz Beats drums. We're good.
Hey, Kate. Since it's hip hop talk already, you forgot to hit the hit the button. You got to hit the button. Go ahead and do it.
I forgot what he says.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
There we go. That's that. Ladies and gentlemen, like me and Kate are trying to improve this podcast day by day. So every time it gets into hip hop talk, he will say it, I will say it, and then eventually we'll get a button that literally we just say, and we just hit it, and it says, "Hey yo," like a West Side Gun, "Hey yo," like that's.
And sometimes my mind might go blank, and I won't remember anything I do.
And that's fine, but it's okay. But just but as soon as you hear the "Hey yo," it's hip hop talk, and we're starting this. They're starting this podcast hot. Speaking of West Side Gun, he was there at All Out last night.
Was he?
Yeah, he was there.
Did they like put him on the screen?
No, he just showed a video of him of the Young Bucks match. He was front row, of course, because he's.
Yo, my man's got his own fucking day.
Can we talk about that? Do you know any more information about this? Like what where was this at or anything?
I can't remember what I read, but I know my man's went from the hood into the office.
And
he was wearing jeans, sagging.
He doesn't care. Like, dude, I love what they do over there, dude. I love what Griselda's doing over there, man. I really do.
Themselves. I fucking love it.
Like, Benny the Butcher is one of the best lyricists, out today. Easy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
West Side Gun, has this, people think, West Side Gun's trash. I'm like, no, he's just not for you.
No, everybody thinks you're offbeat whenever you okay, some people they write their lyrics to ride the beat.
Yes.
To change what they do. And some people they hum it out and make a fucking a harmony, a flow, whatever, rhythm. It's 2 different rappers.
I've yet to hear a West Side Gun project where I was like, that was ass. That was terrible.
Yeah. Never.
That was stupid. He's so unorthodox, and it makes sense. It's the beats speak for themselves, but it's I don't know, man. I think he just makes really good music, and I enjoy it.
And he don't say stupid shit on his albums.
He doesn't, but he says some outlandish shit, but he's painting a picture for you.
Yeah.
I
don't want to hear about your fucking jeans or your goddamn purse.
But he does that though, but in his own way.
Yeah.
What's the album that's my favorite from him? Supreme Blientele, this album has 3 names, by the way. It's Chris Benoit, God is the Greatest, and Supreme Blientele. iTunes just.
I need to sample Chris Benoit's theme song.
Almost every song on this album is is a name after a wrestler. The intro is Arn Anderson cutting a promo, an old Arn Anderson promo called Big Homie Arn. He's got Dean Malenko.
Wasn't he at fucking AEW?
Yeah, I just said that.
Hell yeah. And he fucking spine busted some bitch.
Yeah, Arn Anderson was fucking... Yeah, Sean Spears, Ty Dillinger, formerly known as Ty Dillinger. Yeah, Arn Anderson. Oh, dude, it's the best spine buster in the fucking business. I don't care who you.
Hell yeah.
I don't care who you are.
It looked a little stiff, but yeah.
But he's old though. Like what? Like
I don't give a fuck.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's double A. Like dude, like when he used to hit them spine busters back in the day. Oh my god, it's like.
I remember when they were calling Triple H a spine buster, the double A spine buster. Then they just changed it to spine buster.
Yeah, like, but like we all know, like Arn Anderson's the king of the spine buster. Like he's the man. Like
one of the greatest moves of all time.
And also let's not sleep, dude. He had one of the best DDTs. So damn quick.
Have an amazing DDT.
It was so quick. It was just bam. I'm like, oh shit. All right, Arn. I love Arn Anderson, man. I love Arn Anderson. I think people say like he should have had like a world title run, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think he did. I think wherever he was, whatever he was Ric Flair's right hand man.
He was a motherfucking enforcer.
Yeah, he was the fucking, like, if you don't fuck with Arn Anderson,
motherfucker was a bodyguard. He wasn't no champion.
Like he was like,
that's all you need.
Like and then on this he has the West Side Gun has the it's the crossface crippler, but of course West Side Gun replacing those C's with B's, and that has Busta Rhymes on it.
Obviously.
He has a song called WrestleMania 20 featuring Anderson .Paak, which is really good. He has a song called The Steiners.
Wait, was that the one with fucking The Rock and Steve Austin's last match?
No, that was WrestleMania 19. WrestleMania 20. Okay. WrestleMania 20 was Chris Benoit's main event win over Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Oh, shit.
The triple threat that nobody talks about anymore.
Yeah, but the next WrestleMania was one of the best.
21?
Hell yeah.
With Kurt and Shawn and
First of all, no, it was Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar.
No, that was WrestleMania 19, bro.
Okay, yeah, that was.
That was 19. But WrestleMania. Listen. WrestleMania 21 main event was Batista versus Triple H, John Cena versus JBL.
Randy Orton versus Undertaker.
Yeah, and Randy Orton fucked up his shoulder in that match. I don't know how.
When doesn't he fuck up his shoulder?
He has bad shoulders. He just has bad shoulders.
It's the way he stands.
No, it's not the way he stands. It's just the way he... Dude, he, like... Think of the RKO. Think how many times he's in the RKO and, like, someone's jaw went, like, directly into his clavicle. And
you fucking land your shoulders on the ground.
Yeah, like, he like... While, like, yeah, the RKO is a fucking sweet move. It's, like, the cutter is one of the best moves in wrestling, period. But, like, you're sitting there, and you're like, you know what? How do I make this cool? Oh, I'm going to jump at this guy, grab his head, and bring it down. And every chance he does, it's like, oh, jaw, hit my clavicle. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
The
right.
Gringo Killer?
That breaks people. The Vertebreaker?
Oh, I thought the Gringo Killer was his RKO.
No, that's the Gringo Stunner. Homicide.
Okay,
we're talking Homicide. That was the Gringo Stunner. Or Gringo Cutter, Gringo Stunner, one of the two.
One of those.
But no, the Gringo Killer was the Vertebreaker. Invented by, I believe, Hurricane, aka Shane Helms.
Yeah. Shout out Hurricane Helms. I follow you on Instagram.
He had such a good, like I love Hurricane's moves.
Stand back.
There's a hurricane coming. I loved his moves, like the Eye of the Hurricane, where it's like the reverse DDT into like some like clothesline stuff. Like
he posted a video of him doing the fucking single knee face breaker, and he was like Chris Jericho.
Well, yeah, okay, but like, yeah, like that was cool, but Shining Wizard was the move for me when it comes to Hurricane. Like the Shining Wizard is the
fan of Shining Wizards.
But he didn't invent the Shining Wizard. Fucking the Great Muta invented the Shining Wizard.
And you look like the Great Muta.
Don't spit green mist everywhere. Which speaking of that, I hated that for a minute because I thought about it from like a literal standpoint. Like you would have to wrestle with like shit in your mouth.
Didn't Tajiri do that?
Yeah, Tajiri. That's Tajiri's thing. Like he would just like, missed, bitch. Like, You
And
know,
look
like
all adorable with
yeah,
his goatee.
yeah, and like kick you in the face.
That's just how you do.
That's his thing. That's his thing.
Ruthless aggression.
Okay. Do you remember the SummerSlam 2002, the one with Brock Lesnar versus The Rock, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, RVD versus Chris Benoit, Undertaker versus Test. What else was on that card?
Not really, but I do remember Survivor Series 2004 very well.
Which one? When 2004?
Team Orton versus Team.
Oh, and then
Orton runs Raw.
Okay.
For 4 straight weeks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the ending of that match was amazing. Like the reversal out of the pedigree into the RKO. You can't tell me that was not well executed.
I think I texted you like a fucking month ago. I was like, those fucking trunks Randy wore that night.
Oh, those are sweet.
RKO.
And those are sweet.
Yeah.
Like
fucking Maven had some dope ass trunks that night.
Oh
too.
my god, they fucked up with Maven.
I know. He could have been so fucking good.
Like they fucked up with Maven. Like I remember watching him and like remember the match he had with Triple H for the world title?
Yeah.
Where everybody thought he was about to win and he was just like I was like, "Oh shit. Okay, Maven could shock the world here." And then
I hate how they made him look like a pussy in the fucking Royal Rumble against Undertaker.
they didn't make him look like a pussy. They made him look like a rookie.
Nah, he looked like a pussy.
They made Undertaker look like a dick.
Undertaker is a dick, but everybody loves that about him.
No, Undertaker's not a dick. The American Badass was a dick. The Phenom wasn't a dick.
First of all, the Phenom didn't talk, so you don't know if he was a dick.
Okay, but but who put on better matches, American Badass or the Phenom?
Oh shit.
Exactly.
More iconic, yeah, Phenom.
Yeah, dude, do you remember Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker WrestleMania 25?
Which I was about to say, which one, bitch?
They were both amazing. They were both great.
The Edge one wasn't too bad either.
Oh my god, I love the Edge one. The Edge one was great. I hated the ending though. I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated the ending. I hated that submission that he did. The fucking Hell's Gate. I hated it because it was a botch. No, because it was a botch. It was a botch. You remember because he did the triangle choke for a little bit, and then it's actually called a go-go plata is what the actual submission is. Like it's an MMA submission.
But he doesn't do it like that.
Like he doesn't. It was a botch. Like it was just a botch, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It looked dope for a little bit.
I hated it. I didn't like it in the first. I didn't like it in the first place. I was like, "Why did?" And because I remember watching that match, him and Edge, and he hits the tombstone, and I'm like, "Why isn't this the ending of the match?" Like.
Everybody knows at that point in Undertaker's career, if he put in that submission, like you weren't getting out, and you were gonna start bleeding, and you're gonna die.
You bleed out the mouth. I'm like that's so. I just don't. It's so dumb. That just wasn't for me. I like. What's another great Undertaker match? It doesn't really get a whole lot of praise.
Survivor Series 1992.
He wasn't even there in 1992. Survivor Series, I don't think wasn't even around in 1992.
No, he debuted in 1991.
Oh, that's right. Holy
and it was at Survivor Series. No, it was in 1992.
Holy shit, dude.
It was 91 and 92. He debuted at Survivor Series.
Remember the first tombstone on Coco Beware where he just like literally like picked him up and just like slammed him on the top of his head? Oh, it was so brutal.
For some reason, they also debuted The Rock on Survivor Series.
No, it was Rocky Maivia. Thank you very much, Sharon.
Shut your fucking mouth. Him and his stupid curly flat top.
Oh my god! And then he finally became The Rock, and started cutting the greatest promos I've ever heard.
But if everybody wasn't booing him so much, he would have never done that.
Oh, because everybody knows that the Rocky Maivia gimmick sucked. Everybody knew it sucked. It was terrible. And then it did what it was supposed to do. And then all of a sudden he became The Rock and became like a household name.
If you wouldn't have booed him, he would have never became the great actor he is today.
It's true. It's very, very true. Like it's the Rock. Like, dude, like the best
a lot
talker
of
in the
these wrestlers
business.
get great acting skills from WWE.
I
because of the
still
promos
think
they
I
cut.
still think Stone Cold's the best of all time. I
Stone
truly
Cold's best what?
like just the best WWE superstar, best.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yes, like he's the best. Like people are saying, "Oh, what about Hulk Hogan?" I'm like, no.
First of all, I don't want to see a hot dog flex for fucking 30
I
minutes.
don't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, like, oh, I don't want to. Like, dude, you can watch an Austin match and be like, wow, like, this isn't the same thing. Like, there's a lot of cool, like, different spots. You watch a Hulk Hogan. Name one Hulk Hogan match that was like, oh my god, this was insane.
That wasn't a body slam and two dudes sweating.
Yes. Like, if you can say, oh, him and Sting was awesome at Starrcade. I'm like, they fucked up the finish.
Well, you can't tell me that people believe that you got knocked out by a leg drop.
First of all, you can't tell me that because okay, when he slammed Andre, WrestleMania 3,
Whoop-de-doo. I've seen fucking John Cena pick up the Big Show a million times.
okay, but that's the same. But okay, but he was okay. But when you saw that, you were like, oh shit, because
Yeah,
Andre.
the first time he fucking struggled and he could barely even do the FU. Like he couldn't even go down with him. He had to just slide him off.
And then when I saw him actually like lift a 500-pound
Drug
man.
dealer calling. Drug dealer alert.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, what up, bro?
Jesus.
No. I'm trying to get like 5 grams.
Jesus Christ.
All right, bet, bro. I got you. Peace.
Jesus, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back from that quick commercial break. All right, so
That was horrible. I might have to edit that out.
oh no, our fans are gonna love that and appreciate that.
All right.
Okay?
So, yeah, because when you saw like John Cena do it, it's like, oh, it's a fireman's carry. Like, but Hulk Hogan like body slam somebody, like scoop slam. Sorry, I have to use the. I hate when people say that. Like people who don't do wrestling, like, oh, I'm gonna body slam you, and then they like pick me up for a spine buster, and I'm like, that pisses me off. I'm like, you don't know.
What pisses me off more is when people say they're gonna drop kick you and they don't know what a fucking wrestling drop kick.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop kick you. I'm like, oh, so you're gonna run at me and kick me? That's a drop kick.
They're not talking about.
They're not the drop kick. No, that's not. No, like that bothers me so much. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pile drive you. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, no, you're not.
Somebody thought a pile driver was you driving your elbow into them on the ground.
That's an elbow drop. Oh my god. No, like, I'm a super kick.
Yeah. By the way, Solace is now on all platforms. Go get your boys.
Yes. Oh, and also I heard it's like I hear like girls like, I'm gonna scissor kick you in the face. I'm like, you can't scissor kick somebody because it's in the back of the head. That's a scissors kick. Jesus. Anyways, yeah, Solace is available on all platforms, ladies and gentlemen.
And your boy is dropping. It's part of a 3-part EP.
Whoa. Major news alerts.
Fuck you. Okay. Okay, so the next one's called Harmony, and then third one's called Eternity. It spells out she, which she is hip hop.
Everybody wins. It's over. It's over. Cade wins the game of hip hop.
This second one, I am doing a lot of singing. It's not very hip hoppy. It is and it isn't, because I kind of put like some of my childhood music I used to listen to, which was kind of like emo-ish, but I'm not doing that emo shit that fucking like Juice WRLD and them do. I swear to you.
You swear to me?
I swear, I'm doing like some fucking folk shit up on this.
It's a beautiful thing. Speaking of folk, sorry, go ahead.
Honestly, it's so beautiful. Like, I'll be almost crying. Because you know I listen to my own music.
Yeah.
I don't listen to anybody else's. The sample work I'm fucking doing. My bad. Okay, you can go now.
Speaking of folk, I was thinking of like, what could possibly, like Post Malone do next? Like, cause he's
Fuck We don't talk about Post.
Why? Okay, no.
Not when I'm around. Please, not when I'm around.
Why?
I like him at all. I like his music.
Why?
We can talk about any other artist. I fucking hate Post Malone.
Tell me why you hate Post. Hold on. Tell me.
All his music is so fucking generated to fucking get as many views as possible. He does not write any of it. He does not respect hip hop. He got famous from hip hop. I don't get this. I don't get it.
If he were, I understand what you're saying, but like, and I would like for him to like.
He's a fucking company artist.
All right, okay, but I think like I like this because he just put up his pre-order for his new album, Hollywood's Bleeding.
Are you telling me the last fucking album wasn't the same song every single fucking song?
No, honestly.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is no longer about music when I'm doing it. About music now.
But no, like because I enjoyed his last album. And he's coming out with an album called Hollywood's Bleeding next Friday. And he's got like he's got rap features on it. I mean, he's got DaBaby, Travis Scott, Meek Mill, Lil Baby.
Wow, that's crazy. The fucking name.
The one name that sticks out on this album that's gonna be on this album is Ozzy Osbourne.
What? Why Ozzy? Why did it go from one of my fucking favorite artists to doing this shit? I'm about to fucking throw away my Paranoid album. All right. I have it on fucking vinyl, and it's from the original release date because my fucking grandfather gave it to me. I'm about to burn that shit.
Oh my
on God. That fucking album.
But wouldn't you want to know what Ozzy Osbourne sounds like?
I'm gonna listen to it, of course. And you know what's so dope about Ozzy Osbourne? He freestyled everything.
Are you serious?
Yes. And you know what's also cool? I went back a year ago or 2 years ago, definitely 2 years ago. I sampled one of his vocal tracks. I just found like a fucking acapella. His fucking vocals go on beats at any time.
That's interesting.
That's fucking insane, dude. He's possibly top 10 of the greatest vocalists of all time.
I could say that. I could see that.
I'm definitely putting him top 5 lyricists.
Okay, but like lyricist, okay, you can't say lyricist because...
No, lyricist is not just hip-hop.
Okay, but I could say vocalist, yes, but like lyricist, like that's more of a hip-hop term.
No, it's not. It's a music term. Dude, if you go back and listen to him, he was trying to make a change. He was talking about shit that nobody wanted, like nobody was trying to listen to because we used to be so sheltered as a country and so ignorant, and then he was opening our eyes, and then other artists started doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Political Hour with Cade Painter.
Dude, just go listen to every fucking song on Paranoid the album. Holy shit. Goddamn Planet of Caravan? You could smoke to that for fucking 5 days straight.
Tell me how it feels. Sorry. I was listening to the new Les album that came out this weekend. Original Playa, this is the first album that Les has completely produced, which I was very
mad respect.
I was very impressed by his sample choices and his beats.
I like the beats. I really like the beats.
The beats were really well put together. I think the execution of them were really
But he obviously had like an engineer in there with him.
Of course, but then again, dude, like you have to think of all the producers that he's worked with. Like he's worked with Happy Perez, who's worked with Frank Ocean and Tory Lanez, Chasing Cash, which I mean his name speaks for itself. Like he was on Take. He did. I forgot what song he did on Take Care, but he was on Take Care. DJ Mr. Rogers, whose beats are amazing, and I think is one of the most underrated.
He's like a fucking Houston legend. If you're not from Texas,
dude, DJ Mr. Rogers is one of the most underrated producers of all time. Like his beats are amazing. So I figured he's been in the studio with all these people for quite a long time. So he's probably like picked up on like a lot of game, and I can't wait to see what like else he does. Like I wonder if he does like a Chasing, like him and Chasing Cash do like make a collab album together. I hate Chasing Cash's rapping. I love his beats. I hate his
fucking love
rapping.
Houston rappers. Shout out Raji Diego. Shout out fucking goddamn Club Godzilla. Shout out fucking goddamn Lil JP from that Fifth Ward. Shout out Sauce Walker.
Shout out Sauce Walker.
Shout out Kirk
Dude, did you hear Sauce Walker and West Side Gun's song, the Lakers versus the Rockets? Oh my god. Like, dude.
If y'all guys haven't listened to Sauce Walker's fucking Salsa Belly and heard that song he made like whenever he was a teenager, oh my god, if he wasn't on his own flavor shit, like, he could have been one of the fucking most popular fucking rappers ever.
Sauce Walker's verse on West Side Gun's album Fly God is an Awesome God, on the song Lakers versus Rockets, is one of the most, like, I hate using this word, but I can't think of anything else, but, like, it was very riveting. Like, it was very, like, so original. Like, it's so, oh man, it's so, like,
this is actually surprising because I remember you told me you don't really fuck with Sauce Walker like that.
yeah, and I didn't, and I just,
Understandable. It's really hard to listen to him sometimes.
yeah, but I'm just like, I'm sitting here like thinking like, what could possibly like what I was, when I heard like Sauce Walker was featured on the album, I was like, but the way that West Side Gun rolled out that album is that like he didn't like tell what people were on what songs. He just like, all right, like listen to it, like here, and you'll just figure it out. Like, and like when I got to the last song, Lakers versus Rockets, and Sauce and like and I hear that ooey, like, and I'm like when it was a very subtle ooey, like it wasn't like ooey, it was ooey, and then he goes in, and I'm like, oh my god, this is one of my favorite verses like of this year. Like, holy shit, like.
He can go on any beat.
Like, he was in the beat is something you've never heard before. Like, yeah, like it sounded something that I couldn't even rap on, or Cade couldn't even rap on. Like, it was.
If I could rap on anything, don't even.
This beat sounded really challenging to rap on. I
can rap on any beat.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it sounded really challenging. But I'm just saying, so.
But yeah, but you don't spend every day thinking about fucking rapping.
That's true. That's true.
I do.
It's just I've heard that song so many times. I'm like, how could I, like, if I were to write a verse, like, how could I attack this?
I've sent you plenty of fucking songs, and you'd be like, I'm trying to figure out how to write a verse for this.
Exactly.
Whenever I look at a song, the verse is there the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, but your brain moves faster than mine. I'm very strategic.
For lyrics though, like you're way better at a lot of stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't come at me saying I can't. Yeah, I'd be challenging me from some beat. Because I put in my mind that I'm going to be the best, so I have to be the best.
I'm trying to think of what else is. Oh, NXT UK had an event in Cardiff, Wales. Yesterday actually, which basically, like, dude, I spent all day watching wrestling actually. Basically kind of like, you know, beginning like very early afternoon I was watching NXT UK in Cardiff, Wales, which they put on a great show. Dude, UK wrestling is so good to watch. It's so entertaining. It's so different. Isn't that Australia?
What are you looking at?
That's
we're gonna wrestle now. Okay, we're gonna do this right now. Put your fisticuffs up.
It's a lot of wrist locks. It's a lot of wrist locks.
That's how it goes.
I'm just saying, there's this guy by the name of Tyler Bate who's like younger than both of us, and he's small. He's like 5 foot.
That's how short he is.
5 foot some. 5 foot some. He's very small, but he, like, they call him the big strong boy, and he's like, dude, he can like deadlift like 300 pounds easily.
Jesus.
Like, he's like, dude, like, he like, oh, let me see how much, like, he wrestled this dude named Walter, and Walter's like at least 300 pounds.
You'll never know how weak you are until you try to go fucking weightlifting.
Yeah, like
like you'll be like, yeah, I can pick up anything.
he's
I got
297 pounds, and Tyler Bate deadlifted him off the ground. Like, he's so, like, I'm just like, oh my, and they went him, like, I'll tell you that. Here, let me see. Tyler Bate is 5'7", 175 pounds, and he faced a guy who was 6'4", 297 pounds, and they went 40 minutes.
Talking about David and Goliath.
Like, they went 40 minutes, dude. And there was times where I was like, oh my God, Tyler Bate's going to actually win. But no, like, you know, because he hit his finisher. And then, like, Walter was like, dude, I'm just going to take your head off. Runs at the ropes full speed. Boom. Big JBL Stan Hansen lariat. Spins him inside out. 1, 2, 3.
JBL.
I hated JBL.
If anybody knows me, you know I fucking love JBL.
Because you don't love JBL. You just love the clothesline.
First of all, respectable clothesline.
It was a very respectful clothesline, yes. It
That
was.
shit ripped your fucking head.
Yeah, it was the best. It was the best clothesline.
The way he performed it was fucking.
Because you saw it coming. Like, if you're running at me at the turnbuckle. Okay, miss. Run against the ropes full speed. Oh, you turn around. Boom. Lariat right to the
way
freaking
his
dome.
body would look when he would lunge that fucking bingo wing of a arm at
Bingo.
damn.
Bingo wing. Bingo wing.
Bingo wings fucking got a little bit of extra skin. Got a little bit of cellulite in those.
Bro, like, but because it was like, because you knew it was coming. Like, you just knew it was coming. Like, oh, you missed the, I'm in the turnbuckle. Run at me. Ha, miss. Oh wait. And then as soon as he goes full speed to the ropes, it's like, oh shit, here it comes. Boom, and I'm like, oh.
It's like a fucking train coming at you.
It really is, man. And
never forget John Cena, JBL, fucking, oh god, 2005.
It's great.
2004.
2005.
No, because didn't they face in WrestleMania 21?
Yeah, it was 05.
Hell yeah, that's a great ass match. That's whenever the fucking Spinner Championship came.
Yeah, but that was the end of the undisputed the title belt, and they used it.
But they were calling it the WWE Championship then.
Yeah, but because they the way that came okay, this is what happened. So the way that came about, right? The way that the undisputed title became just the WWE Championship. Okay, so, and this was so weird, and I don't know why they did this.
Fucking because Triple H sucks dick. That's why.
Well, not even Triple H. Yeah, I love Triple H. Don't diss my guy.
I love Triple H too, but he's a little bit of a kiss ass.
Anyways, so what happened is the way that this story like panned out. I don't like, and I want to know what the behind the scenes kind of thing is. So, what they did was Brock Lesnar beat The Rock at SummerSlam 2002, which I love that match. That's one of my favorite matches.
Wait, are we talking about how the undisputed title became?
Yeah, the undisputed title became just the WWE Championship, basically.
I thought you were about to bring up the whole Chris Jericho.
No. Everybody knows that story.
Okay.
So what happened is that Brock beat The Rock, and what the story is that Brock Lesnar signed said he either was one of the two. I don't know which one came first, but he signed an exclusive contract with SmackDown, and the undisputed title was to be defended on both brands because it was the undisputed title, and he signed an exclusive contract with SmackDown, and he quote-unquote refused to defend the title against Triple H, leaving Raw without a world championship, which made Eric Bischoff go get his old WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Which is one of the most beautiful looking.
I hate it. No, but if you look at the title when it was revealed, it looked atrocious. It looked atrocious when it was revealed. Like, it was too short on the ends. Like, it looked like duct tape was literally like that was the belt. But then when they upgraded it and made it look actual gold, that added like the little red rubies to it. Like it looked really good.
Beautiful.
It looked really good. But
that's my favorite championship belt. That and then the Intercontinental Championship.
Which one?
Like, I was gonna say either the white belt or the early 2000s one.
The oval belt.
The old belt and the 2000 to like 2012 one.
Oh, the oval. The oval.
Yeah, both those. I like the white and that one.
So, I mean, because I was sitting there, I was like, all right, like, because I was like, but if you think about it, like, Brock Lesnar versus Triple H at that time would have been really good. But but this is my theory. I think that they were gonna book Triple H to lose to Brock Lesnar because if you watch back then, they were really pushing Brock Lesnar. They were really pushing Brock Lesnar. Like, Brock was like, he was the next big thing, and that's what they were gonna push him as. He beat The Rock. He beat The Rock like a year and a half maybe after his debut, I think. Yeah, like
fucking SmackDown was like the best shit ever.
It was.
Like, you would have like fucking Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and The Rock in a triple threat on fucking SmackDown.
Yeah, that's what would happen, dude. That's what happened. But I don't think that actually happened. But I get what you're saying.
Something like that happened.
Yeah.
No, Kurt Angle was in it, not the Brown.
That was Vengeance 2003. No, 2000. Yeah, 2002. Vintage 2002. It was a triple
Something
threat.
happened on SmackDown that was kind of like that.
Yes.
And then you had the Hardy Boys on SmackDown.
Hardy Boys. Well, no, they split up. Remember? Because they split up, and Matt was on SmackDown.
This is when Matt was starting to become V2. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Well, version 1. Matt Hardy
Okay.
version 1. And he came with one of the most like creative entrances of all time, where you literally watched him come to the ring through like an internet browser,
which was awesome.
Which I thought was so like, whoever put that together was awesome. Like, good for you, bro. And you would have like that was when the cruiserweight division was really cool to watch. Like, you had Billy Kidman, Tajiri, Jamie Noble, which I'm so mad that like they try to give everybody gimmicks back then, but like when it came to like the cruiserweight division, like no one really had a gimmick besides like Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble. I know Jamie Noble Jamie Noble was awesome. Like, I think him and
he was like a classic wrestler in the cruiserweight division.
He was. He's one of the best cruiserweights of all time. I loved watching Billy Kidman and Tajiri go at it. I loved watching Billy Kidman and Jamie Noble going at it. Like, but I will tell you this: I hated the way Billy Kidman did his shooting star press.
Sometimes
I hated it. It felt like it was one of those like those rapid like he just like rapidly like bounced his knees and he just went like it was stiff, like it was so stiff in the air. And then I remember when like he injured somebody like with his shooting star press. Yeah, with his knee. I think.
Yeah, didn't he land on their face?
Yeah, it was Chavo Guerrero actually. Like he landed like right on their face and then like it knocked them out.
Shout out Chavo too. He was a great cruiserweight.
Oh yeah, the whole Guerrero family was like one of the best cruiserweights. Like, they're all.
I don't know. I'd put Eddie in like a fucking main eventer type thing.
Well, Eddie was one of the most entertaining main eventers ever.
Latino.
You can't tell me that if Eddie doesn't put a smile on your face when he comes on the television, then you're a sad person on the inside. Like, you're just a depressing, horrible person. There was times where I'm like, why doesn't he have the belt? Like, why doesn't he have the WWE Championship? Like, why? Like, this was like when he was like a mid card, when he was mid card, like when he had just came back. Like, I remember like watching him in RVD. That was the match for me. Like, I loved watching him in RVD, the Battle of the Frog Splashes. Like,
and he had some of like the best fucking tight designs.
Oh, of course, absolutely. You know, and Wow, this episode is really wrestling heavy, and I like it. But it was really those times watching back, like the Ruthless Aggression era, like that was when me and I watched towards the end of the Attitude Era, because I started watching wrestling in 2001.
Yeah.
And when the Ruthless Aggression era came, I was like, okay, this is cool. Like there was lots of cool matches. Like I never bought the pay-per-views because, you know, that was when you had to like call your cable provider and do all this other stuff. Too much work. Like, and like my parents would just be like, no, like that's too much money. That's like $60. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So you would just have to. So literally, you would watch every Raw and every SmackDown. You know,
figure out what happened.
and then you'd be like, oh, the pay-per-view's this Sunday, and then you were like, all right, what's gonna happen? Like, so what happened at the pay-per-view? You know, you watch the TV. Like that was me every time. Like I remember watching.
The first pay-per-view I ever got, I got my mom to buy, was fucking WrestleMania 24. 24.
Yeah, mine was 24 too when Edge and The Undertaker was the main event.
John Cena, Triple H, and Randy. That's one of the greatest Triple H's. That's one of the greatest Triple Threats I've ever seen.
I hated the ending of the Triple Threat. I loved the match
it
itself.
It made so much sense though. That was
because remember the punt was supposed to like be like the career ender for somebody, and he just used it like, and then all of a sudden he just pins he pinned Cena, right? No, yeah, he did pin Cena.
No, but the thing was that he didn't get it fully on. He didn't get the full kick in because he was pinning him while he hit it.
That's true. Yeah, that's one way. That Money in the Bank ladder match with was Punk, Jericho, Carlito, Shelton Benjamin, John Morrison, CM Punk.
I spit in the face of people.
The backstabber off of the ladder.
Woo! That's gotta hurt.
That was brutal. I was like, Jericho.
That's gotta hurt.
I was like, Jericho, why are you doing this to yourself?
My man was out of fucking air after that.
Like, I was like, no, because I saw him get up and I was like, oh, he got up his back, and I was like, dude, I feel for you. Like, that looked like painful.
He didn't have to go to a chiropractor after that one though.
Dude, because Jericho's the GOAT. No, really, like, I truly, honestly think.
Those are my favorite tights he ever had. The fucking Code Break tights. Oh, God.
No, dude, he's the GOAT because if you really think about it, he's been able to reinvent himself.
Yeah. He's the Kanye West of the WWF, just wrestling.
I'm okay with that. You know what? I'm okay with that.
And he'll say shit that you don't agree with, but you're just like, he's a great wrestler.
Yeah, like you can't tell me that he's the. Dude, he's the first undisputed champion. He's a 9-time Intercontinental champion. He went to Japan when he was like 45 and still put on amazing matches. Like,
he's a rock star.
He has a very successful band in Fozzy. Like, what are you like?
He had some dope hair in the 90s too.
And he brought back the long hair now. He has the long hair with the he does a little. He made a scarf over. He got a scarf over.
Gay. Now he's kind of like Johnny Depp though. He's kind of gay.
Dude, okay, really? But who else can pull that off? Jericho can pull off. Jericho pulls it off.
He wears a fucking fedora, dude. I can't handle that right now.
He does. Okay, but who else can do that though? It's Chris Jericho.
I don't want anyone to do it.
I know, but like it's Chris Jericho. Like what else? What else are you gonna do?
Back to the Kanye thing. He can do stuff I don't agree with, and I still love him.
Like Jericho can be. He can be the Millennium Man. He can be Lionheart. He can be.
The fucking lion tamer. You put a fucking knee in your goddamn back.
It's best Boston Crab in the world.
Best Boston Crab in the world.
Code Breakers can still do a lion salt. What else? Dude, and he also has a new move. It's a spinning back elbow, and he calls it the Judas effect, and it looks freaking sweet. It's a spinning back elbow, and the way it connects it is so, like it looks like a knockout blow.
The Recola bomb.
That's the power. That's the power bomb with the arms
Yeah.
Crossed over.
And cradled.
Yeah. Crossed arm powerbomb. Shout out. Cesaro wrestled this weekend.
Yeah.
He was in NXT UK and had a really good match.
He got his braces off. Shout out Cesaro.
Yeah, because he had his teeth kicked in. I know. Yeah. He landed on a pole and his teeth went up in his mouth.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's terrible.
Ow.
Yeah,
and he's still wrestling. He's still wrestling.
Well, now he wrestles with a mouth guard in.
You got to go.
Yeah.
It looks awesome though. He's fucking awesome.
The dude can do a European uppercut from any angle.
Any angle.
Springboard, I got you. Diving off the top rope, I got you. Discus, I got you. Like, you're laying down, you're gonna sit up? Nope, European uppercut. Like,
You're sitting down in the corner, and I'm just gonna give you a slight uppercut.
Yeah, like just you're standing on the apron, and I'm gonna springboard. Wait, no, you're standing, and then I'm gonna springboard back, and then turn around, and land you with an uppercut, like he springboards, and then he turns in midair and hits you with an uppercut. Like, he's so good.
Or you're hanging on the apron, your head's hanging off the apron, and he's on the outside, and boom.
European up, like he's the master of the European uppercut. He's the man. And
he's the soulless of the. He's like as soulless was to Spinebusters from TXW.
Yeah, well, he's like.
No, wait, that was the other guy who did the Spinebusters. Who was that? Who was like the Triple H of goddamn TXW?
I don't know, Cade. No one knows what you're talking about.
Some crazy dude.
I
know Shannon wanted to be fucking Randy so bad.
He really did. See, the thing is that it became a fad. Like, there would be times where, like, if you wanted to know what was popular, just go on any online wrestling community and figure out and look at any character and figure out what anybody's like characters based off of. Now it's like AJ Styles and Kenny Omega. Yeah. Like, those are the two popular things, like, to base your. Everybody wanted to be Randy Orton.
Everybody wanted to be CM Punk after that.
Yeah, everybody wanted to be CM Punk. Everybody wanted to be no, those are the main three: CM Punk, Randy Orton.
Nobody wants to be John Cena.
Nobody wanted. Nobody wanted to be John Cena.
Except fucking Adam and that one phase he had.
Poor Adam.
Shout out Adam. He had too many fucking wrestling phases.
Yeah, he did. Nobody wanted to. Yeah. Everybody wanted to be CM Punk. Everybody wanted to have the kick pads. Everybody wanted to do the GTS. Everybody wanted to have the same entrance as him. Everybody wanted to.
Everybody wanted to do kicks and fucking knees.
Yeah, everybody wanted to do kicks and knees, and now everybody wants to do a V trigger, which is a bicycle knee, which is one of the best moves right now. But
I was always the guy who just fucking wore like the old fucking boots, old knee pads, fucking white wrist tape, and some trunks.
You had the yin yang.
That was only in TXW because I had to switch up my trunks. No, I wanted to try so hard to impress some of my trunks. That's what it was. I always change my trunks up.
You either did the zigzag. You did. How many moves did you do? You did an elbow. Yeah, you did.
No, I did the fucking jumping complete shot.
Oh, it was a pay dirt. Okay, so you did the pay dirt. You did the elbow. You did
the diving elbow.
The broken record, which was that spinning neck, that suplex, that spin into a neck. It was a spinning suplex. That's what it was. That's just what it was. It's a spinning suplex. Neck break. I guess.
Clothesline.
Clothesline. Yeah, the clothesline in the quarter. It was in the corner. It was in the corner.
Yeah, that one was like my regular move. But whenever I wanted to have I used to use sometimes I put the clothesline.
He was the Miz, but more athletic.
The Miz.
Because you had like the hair.
I did the pile driver too.
I gave you the pile driver. I made the strong suggestion. I'm like, hey, Cade, what if you?
already doing the pile driver.
No, you weren't. Oh my god.
You said do it on a chair.
No, I didn't. I did, but I said, hey man, maybe you should give up this whole like cocky, arrogant party kind of gimmick and just go serious and start pile driving people in chairs. And you're like, you know what? It's not a bad idea. And then you're like, hey man, you want to see the new character? And then it's like black hair Cade with like black wrist tape and black boots, and he just comes out and you're like, hey, let me try this.
I was wearing white boots for a while.
And then you're just like, and you're like, hey man, let me try this out. I want to see how it looks. And you're like, grab a chair, put it in the middle of the ring, pile driver, and you're like, that looks pretty cool.
I had to fight you into it.
No, I let you. No, there was times where you tested out.
I kept trying it.
No, because there was times where we tested out moves. I'm like, hey, let me test out this move real quick.
I remember, dude, it was like, there would always be like a chair. Like somebody would accidentally throw a chair. Like, hey, do it!
Yeah, like just pile drive him on a chair. Like, he's like, I'm gonna start taking people out. That's my thing. I'm just gonna start taking people out. Like, I'm just gonna like, you know how like Randy does the, you know how Randy does the punt? Like, I'm just gonna pile drive people on chairs.
First of all, that would make more sense that you get out cold by a fucking pile driver.
That's what you said. You're like, this makes more sense. Like, I'm just gonna do this, and it's gonna be awesome, and I'm just gonna take people out, and it's great. And it's a great way to stay in shape.
Shout out to Adam for giving me that name, the Catastrophic Meltdown.
Oh, I forgot he did.
And then like, I had like the gayest fucking TXW name. The fucking channel was like, your nickname's gonna be the Catastrophe. The Catastrophe Cade Collins.
Okay, well, the Catastrophe sounds very depressing.
Yeah, like.
But you came out like so cocky. Like why are you?
That's why we didn't use it. I was just Cade Collins.
Like just like you just call yourself like the Hollywood. I don't know, Hollywood something.
And they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me be from Louisiana. They were like, you don't look like you're from Louisiana.
You look like you were from like Los Angeles.
Bitch, have you ever been to fucking Louisiana? Those are some fake ass people.
I'm just saying, like, you look like you're from Los Angeles, and you're like you did like your Cade strut, like you'd walk around, like
you know what's funny is like I actually do I have a little strut in my walk, and like one of my best friends, he told me, he was like, I thought you were a fucking douchebag at first, because he's like, you had that little fucking cocky walk of yours, and I'm like, I'm not cocky, I just fucking have rhythm, bitch.
I have rhythm, bitch.
I gotta play a walk.
I haven't listened to the new Common album yet.
I listened to the first 3 songs. The beats and like the concepts and the lyrics are all great. I'm tired of hearing that flow, bro. I'm tired of it.
What flow?
His flow, like that it's the same shit since the fucking 90s.
The yes, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop.
It's almost, okay, I get what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to do like a fucking spoken word kind of poetry type shit.
Okay. Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. Until the beat, y'all, and you don't stop.
Sign, seal, deliver, I write to you. Some shit like that.
And you don't stop.
And you don't stop. If you listen to my music, I use that shit almost on every song.
Thank you.
And you don't stop. And you don't stop.
To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. It's like this.
Yes, y'all. And you don't stop. Don't stop.
If I get a copyright claim because of that, I swear to God.
First of all, shout out LSU. We might have a quarterback. 5 touchdowns thrown first half.
Oh wow, what's his name? What's his name?
Joe Burrow. We got him.
Such an average name. It's not a quarterback name.
It is. That's a bit. Quarterback names are the most average fucking.
No, they aren't. Myles Garrett.
That's a fucking defensive end, first of all, not a quarterback.
Holy shit, my stupidity just went fucking sky high.
But
that's a quarterback name, though. Myles Garrett sounds like a fucking quarterback.
And that sounds like one of the most basic fucking names ever.
Carson Palmer?
That sounds like the whitest fucking redhead name ever.
What's the dude from Alabama who had a really hot girlfriend?
Oh shit.
Oh my God!
He's He's a backup.
Oh my God,
fuck.
his girlfriend was really, really hot.
He was number 10. God damn.
Oh God, this is gonna kill me.
I know, and I don't want to look on my phone because I'm on 2%.
Alabama quarterback. Alabama
he beat us in the
quarterback.
fucking national championship.
Oh my God. AJ McCarron.
Yeah, hey, that's a fucking basic name too.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, you know, man, we can talk about that. Even Cam Newton,
That's a basic name. That's not basic. That's a quarterback name.
Exactly. I'm saying like their names aren't gonna be very extravagant, like fucking crazy.
Tom Brady. That sounds boring as hell.
What?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. That is the most regular name ever.
Steve Young.
Regular.
Jeff Garcia.
I'll give him a slide, but that's still regular. Aaron Rodgers.
Curtis Painter.
First of all, bitch, don't talk about my man's like that. Second of all, Aaron and Rodgers. First of all, Aaron is probably one of the top 3 most used names.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers is one of the top 5 most.
But he doesn't spell it like everybody else.
He spells it exactly.
Dante Culpepper. Really?
Okay, I'll give him one.
Give me some abstract quarterback
He
names.
was weird though. Warren Moon.
Yes, that was just. He sounded
Dope
cool.
name.
Dope
That was
name.
dope name.
Dope name.
Dope
Randall
name.
Cunningham. Hello.
Okay, if we were in the 1700s, that'd be a fucking basic ass name.
1700s were people named Randall Cunningham in the 1700s.
People were named George Washington.
That's. Okay.
Bitch. Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you're right. Dude, speaking of that, I remember watching every time I think of like that time period, I think of this cartoon that we used to watch, and it was based on like Abe Lincoln and like freeing the slaves, but it was like a very like educational PBS cartoon, and I thought it was so cool.
I love history.
It was so cool. Let me try to think of another. Steve McNair, rest in peace.
Yeah, that was a pretty dope name. He should have won that Super Bowl.
What was the Kansas City Chiefs'? Trent Green, right?
That's a basic.
That is a basic ass name. Oh God. Joe Montana. Yeah, that's a basic name too.
That's a fucking California name as fuck.
Not really. I think of like Southern. I think very Southern when I think of Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Vince Young. That's very.
Yeah.
Matt Leinart.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The Matt is basic.
Derek Carr.
That one's hard. Maybe he's a 50-50, regular and kind of cool.
Trying to think of some other ones. Tim Hasselbeck. No, that's Matt Hasselbeck.
Hasselbeck.
Matt Hasselbeck.
There is 2 Hasselbecks. Andrew Luck. Basic.
Yeah, basic. Give me some more.
His dad's name was Oliver.
Ben Roethlisberger.
He's got one of the dopest last names ever, but it sounds very Jewish. Nothing wrong with that, but it just sounds very Jewish.
He's not Jewish though.
I know. He's like an un-Jewish dude ever. He's like a dude that fucking pops open a Budweiser at your fucking.
You know what's the greatest? You know what's the greatest football player's name? Deuce Staley. Deuce Staley.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Brett motherfucking Favre.
John Madden's favorite player of all time.
Motherfucking gray pubes.
Brett Favre. Drew Brees.
He got a dope name. I'll give him that one.
Drew Brees, man. Classy fella. My dad always makes fun of him because of his birthmark.
Yeah, well, he can go. I'm not even gonna say anything bad about your dad. Okay? I'm just gonna say the Steelers fucking suck.
Okay, watch your goddamn mouth. All right, watch your goddamn mouth.
This house. You will not say that.
Watch your goddamn mouth. Okay, watch your goddamn mouth.
Last time they won a championship.
When's the last time Saints won a championship?
Saints fan, but they won up one before.
When's the last time LSU won a championship?
First of all, the Saints won a Super Bowl more recent than the fucking Steelers, and LSU won a goddamn championship.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
The Saints won a Super Bowl in 09 or 10. The Steelers won before that against the Cardinals.
I don't know about that. I hate that. I love that game. I love that game.
That was an amazing game. I still think the Cardinals should have won.
Watch your mouth.
Santonio Holmes had to be a fucking dick. Holy shit. If you ever
Greatest catch ever. Best catch ever.
It's top 3.
All right.
Okay, but if you ever hear Santonio Holmes in an interview, he's like, never forget he always talks about the fucking Super Bowl catch.
It's because it's the best Super Bowl catch of all time.
Yeah, but what happened? Why didn't he do that during the season? Ever.
Hey, he did it when it counted the most.
Why can't you have good stats?
Oh no, your argument is invalid because he won the They won the championship. Okay, that's where it mattered the most. All right.
Yeah, but
okay, because and I say that because I had this. They were like, nobody remembers the MVP, and I'm like, yeah, they do, but I'm like, but okay, but then they were like, who gets remembered more, the person who makes the play in the championship game or the MVP who was the best out in the regular season? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, well, people like I'm like the dude who makes the best catch in the championship game because and then he made this great comparison. They were like, do you remember what year Derrick Rose won the MVP? And they're like, no.
Yeah, 2011.
And they were like, do you know who won that championship that year?
The Heat.
Exactly, but who do you remember the more though?
Derek Carr. That's because the Heat had won the championship before that, so you didn't really care.
Okay, maybe. All right, maybe. You said Derek Carr, by the way. We're talking about basketball.
Derrick Rose.
You said Derek.
Rest in peace, those knees. my man.
He was so good. Oh
I
my.
know, but he played so hard for those 4 years. He had no help around him.
God.
Well, it's fucking funny.
Brandon Roy, who played for the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah.
And he I remember watching him score 52 points in a game.
Yeah.
And then a year later, he oh, my knees, dude, my knees. And I'm like,
what's crazy
so
is
sad.
the fucking the Bulls that year, they had the best record in the NBA, and they ended up facing the Heat in the game before the finals. And they were so close, dude. They were so close, but nobody else was. It was all Derrick fucking Rose.
It was Derrick. Dude, he even came from a really good college too. He came from Memphis, which is one of the best basketball programs.
That's like Earl Campbell, dude. Earl Campbell back in the 70s, he played so fucking hard, and then his knees.
He was Derrick Rose was so explosive.
Yeah.
If he's coming down the lane, move or at least make an attempt to block. Because he's gonna score. He's gonna see.
And he's on 50% right now, but he's still better than a lot of people.
Dude, that MVP season was so good.
Rest in peace, fucking Andrew Luck's goddamn whole body. Dude,
I'm so sad. When you say that, it's he's still alive, but on the inside, he's dead.
No, son, he's my favorite player in it was my favorite player in the NFL, and I'm so sad. God, they were Super Bowl contenders this year.
Dude, Dwayne Wade was my favorite player, and now he's retired.
Yeah. But he got to fucking win a championship and play a full season. Andrew Luck didn't get
He won a couple of championships, actually.
He won 3.
2 with LeBron, 1 with him and Shaq. Yep.
Yeah.
I love that team. That was the best. That's my favorite team. Was that year. The one with Shaq. That whole entire roster lineup was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, fucking Kobe did.
Fucking Kobe did.
Kobe was like, no, he took Shaq. No, he won.
They hated each other.
Yeah. You can't put 2 fucking superstars on one team.
It's Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe, I don't know. I wouldn't say Kobe's a fucking ball hog douchebag. I just think he played.
At one point, he was a ball hog.
Okay, but I think he just plays way too hard. Nobody plays hard enough. I think he play in his mind like you have to take that ball from him.
He scored 81 points in a game.
That it'll. I think somebody. I don't know if anybody will ever do 100, but I think somebody will do 85.
Who though?
Oh shit! Either Dame or Steph. No, I can see Clay doing it.
I can see Clay doing
If-
it. I can see Clay doing it.
If you give Clay all the fucking, if you like make sure he's square, like you block your fucking player, like if you make sure he has
You
enough
set this.
space
If you set, if you, it's dude. It's literally if you just set the screen correctly every time.
Listen, Clay Thompson is Ezekiel Elliott with a great offensive line.
That's two different sports.
I know, but like if like those fucking whenever everybody's healthy on the Cowboys, like their whole offensive line, Zeke is not stoppable. And that's how Clay is whenever you get all those fucking blocks, the correct play, he can't miss a fucking three.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Didn't he has the most points scored in a quarter.
Yeah. And he has fucking had a dope headband on.
When?
During the season. He wore the white headband with the white fucking socks and the white shoes, and he was looking classy.
You can look so swagged out on the court, dude. Like I'm gonna be honest. I'm a sleeve guy. I like the sleeves.
Sometimes.
I'm a sleeve
But
guy. If I do the
I like
sleeves
the
with the knee pads and the tights underneath it, we're
I
Gucci.
won't do tights. I won't do the tight. I won't do sleeve and tights, but I would do tights that go right that end right above my ankle, and I'll wear ankle socks.
I can see that.
I don't like full. I don't like when people wear like full fucking tights.
Maybe I'll do the ones that go like past my like mid shin. Maybe mid shin.
Then you're going into fucking gay ass fucking capri mode.
You know who wears capris?
John Cena.
No. Brendan Schaub wears capris.
Bow Wow.
Brendan Schaub wears capris.
Brendan fucking Schaub.
If you watch any of The Fighter and the Kids,
Have you seen his some of his stand up where he talks about fucking losing that match that made him do comedy?
yeah.
Oh my god. Motherfucker got his ass beat and got his girlfriend taken.
Don't you ever disrespect Brendan Schaub on this podcast? You hear me?
First of all, he's like a fucking roast master. He would want people to disrespect him.
He's my hero. Okay, he's my hero.
First of all, you don't want me to get into a fucking little roast battle with him and old fucking Louisiana bitch.
Theo Vaughn. Why do you hate Theo Vaughn?
I love Theo Vaughn. I just want to get into a fucking roast battle.
You would die.
I would not.
Yeah, you would.
I'm so good at making up things on spot.
You would die if you and Theo Vaughn had a roast battle. Theo would beat you.
I just hate that he can't, like, if he loses, he can't accept that. He'll just keep going.
Theo would beat you. I'm sorry.
Like, I've seen, like, no, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
You have such little faith in everything.
I
you
do. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That's a lie. And why are you lying on this podcast right now?
First of all, at first you told me I couldn't rap on this beat. Then you told me I couldn't fucking what's the word? Roast the goddamn Theo Vaughn.
You can't. Dude, he's a professional comedian.
So what? You know what? He was a regular person just like me before he became a comedian.
He told Brendan Schaub, "You look like Aladdin if he came out of a Tang bottle."
Yeah. Oh shit.
That's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. And then there was this segment when Brian Callen and Brendan were talking about Van Halen, and Brian Callen was like doing air guitar. And like he's like getting Brendan to dance, and then all of a sudden he like kisses him on the cheek, and Brendan's like, "Dude, Van Halen makes you gay." And then they do this bit where every time he plays Van Halen, jokingly, like Brian Callen tries to suck Brendan Schaub's dick. He's like, yeah, let me suck it, yeah. And he's like, oh my God, it's so fucking funny. Like, And he's like,
Oh,
dude.
Brian Callen.
He's like, dude. He's like, and Brendan's like, dude, get off of me. Van Halen makes you gay. He's like, Van Halen makes you have a need for men.
I remember Brian Callen from Mad TV. That shit was fucking hilarious.
He's hilarious. He's funny. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny. I used to think Chris D'Elia wasn't funny.
I like Chris D'Elia.
I think he's
I like
funny.
Andrew Schultz. I like Andrew Schultz.
Make a fucking dad.
His fucking goddamn Chris D'Elia's goddamn his fucking Keanu Reeves joke's funny.
What's his Keanu Reeves joke?
So he starts talking about how like girls always want you to be this guy in the movies, and he's like, I'll turn to that dude. I'll turn to Keanu right now, and he's like this. Wait, are you okay? and then he's like,
whoa.
And then he's like,
I know what you're talking about.
And then I try to turn into fucking Keanu Reeves from The Matrix, and I do that thing where like when they shoot the bullet at him, he just stops it and like cricks his neck and it falls down. And I do that to her, and he's like, she fucking like falls down. She's like, oh no, what's happening? I guess you're the one.
That's funny. That's good shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you listening to this podcast. Solace is available everywhere on all streaming platforms. If you don't get it, you're a horrible person, and we don't want you supporting us if you're not supporting us. If that makes sense. Don't support if you're not supporting. That makes sense. Yeah. Anyways, Cade, any final words? Oh yeah, this is the part where I say, Cade, play us out. See you guys next week.